What up? What up? What up? What up? How you guys doing? Arbanaka, your favorite homeless trucker, just relaxing, chilling. You know, uh, I didn't have the chance to actually drop off a video today because I was like so busy. Today was I had to go see my mom, and then my mom and my sister they both had a birthday this week, so I had to go to the shop, get my mom some flowers, get her like a nice teddy bear stuff. And then my little niece came through her house. She stole the teddy bear, which my sister had to kind of sneak it back into the car, so then I can give it to her when I see her tomorrow. When I see my mom tomorrow, I can give her that teddy bear. Look at that. Oh, look. Ah, got that little teddy bear and stuff for my mom. So I have to give it to her twice. What up, Steven Rose? What's going on, man? Hopefully everybody's doing all right. You doing good? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm in Connecticut right now. So yeah, I'm traveling to Boston tomorrow. I gotta go see my godfather. I have not seen my godfather for crap. I have not seen my godfather since I left Haiti. So it's been over 20 years. And I've been so freaking terrible because I haven't really been keeping track of him or keeping in touch and stuff like that. So that sucks. I talk to him. I talk to him every once in a while, but to actually do my duty to keep networking, to keeping that sucks. And that part, that's all me. That's So I'm gonna go see him tomorrow. So I'm kind of happy. I'm happy. I'm gonna see my godfather tomorrow. And yeah, so my mom had a nice birthday with her. Took some pictures, some videos. Saw my sister as well, my little niece and nephew. And I also had a friend of a family that had the chance to do an interview with him. He's a Haitian immigrant, Haitian illegal immigrant that actually came from the border. He actually came through. I'm gonna actually post the video. I'm gonna be working on it because I have to blur his face. I have to also translate everything that was being said. So that's gonna take a while, but I promise you, it's gonna be great information, man. It's gonna be great information. You guys gonna freaking love that video and stuff like that. So stay tuned for it. I'm gonna be posting. I gotta edit it and all that good stuff. And then what else? Oh yeah. So what's been going on in the Manosphere? I've seen a lot of interesting stuff been going on. Beef, trolls. Actually quite fun, man. I've seen this video with Super Sly and Solo TV 84. So that was freaking nuts, man. That was freaking nuts. The way this dude was like, what is it about guys, right? Where I don't know, maybe it's because they didn't have a father in the house, or it's just the way they just lose their shit over. It's like, bro, it's just hilarious just watching people they just lose their cool over having like just a regular conversation and whatnot. And I get it. It's like, because they try so hard to be that so-called alpha, right? And then once you put a little bit of pressure on them, and or you disagree with them and everything like that, right? Then like that feminine energy, that all that estrogen comes up. And I thought it was quite interesting, like what Solo was just yelling at the mic, I'm like, Jesus Christ. It doesn't mean like I'm actually just like straight up agreeing with Super Slide, right? I haven't seen the whole thing yet, but that 5 minutes video where someone can't handle this a disagreement, and now it's like it's stupid. I see it this way, right? If let's say that you already said what you need to say, and then you know whether you agree or disagree with the other person, you just move on. But I think a lot of people can't really do that because I don't know, like to me, a lot of them seems like they wanna matter to somebody, right? They want to matter to somebody. Like I have trolls sometimes, right? You know, I got one in the comment section right now, and it's just the desperate need to like try to get somebody's attention. Actually, I just like I found it hilarious because it's similar to like when a chick is desperate and then like she got your attention once and stuff like that, or you probably already smashed it, right? And then now, let's say you moved on or whatever the case may be, and then now that person's like have to go out of their way, it's like either follow you through like seeing what type of pages, if you liking somebody else's page and all that stuff. So like the desperate need to actually get validation from somebody you claim that you hate, I just found it quite interesting. I had this dude talking about to do something about it then. Motherfucker trying to fight me. Oh my god, it's so hilarious. It's so hilarious, man. It's yeah, I think yeah, people are desperate, man. The mental stability of a lot of these folks is very questionable. Very questionable. But yeah, so that's what I see that has been happening, and I thought it was actually quite fun. There's a lot of crazy thing I see been going on right now. Um, the migrant crisis, the Haitian down at the border. It was actually that was a pretty awesome video. Like I said, I touched on that on 2 videos back, and then plus the video editing I'm gonna be doing with my with the friends of the family who actually just came down here. He was in Chile, and then he was in Chile for like 2 years, I think 2018, and then after the whole coronavirus hit, so business wasn't doing pretty good, jobs were being closed and stuff like that. So then a lot of opportunity was being thrown under the bus because that corona stuff. So that's why you see this huge spike of the migration from the Haitian that was already over there in Chile, and now they're like, well, I'm making that journey. So we're gonna be talking about that. Well, not today, but in the interview we talked about all of that. So that was pretty interesting. The type of thing that he saw when he was traveling on the road, like dead bodies. Sometimes you will see it, or like it's very interesting stuff, man. And it's very a lot of people they talk about some of these things that's going on, but there's always their perspective is quite limited. And some of them have good intention, right? Like for instance, if I understand, if let's say you have some people that say like, well, you know what, Haitians are not a problem, they need to get their ass back home, blah blah blah, right? That's one perspective. You also have the other perspective that say like, well, we should let the Haitian comes in, so on and so forth. That's another perspective. You also have the perspective of the Haitians, why they had to leave their country, and why they can't stay and actually do what needs to be done to get rid of the corruption and all that stuff, right? And it's like, it's who's right and who's wrong. And I'm not talking about the trolls and stuff like that, because trolls gonna troll. They don't have anything tangible to add to any conversation. So their aim is to try to insult and not have anything intelligent to say. So then therefore that's their job. Their job is to actually try to throw insult because their life is miserable. I had this dude telling me himself, like, one of the reasons he doesn't like me is because I'm content. So being happy is a problem for somebody. You might think like, hey, what's wrong with being happy? Like, I'm homeless, I don't have anything, right? So then I shouldn't have anybody to actually hate my gut. But being content can piss somebody off. And it's like, when you see that happen, it's like, how can you even have a conversation with somebody like that? You can't. It's going to be a waste of your time. It will be a waste of your time. You have other dudes talking about like, dudes have no choice or no say in the matter when it comes to actually a chick try to get you some ass. You know, it's a woman's priority. You know, so they're the one that actually choose. Like, why you don't do any choosing, nigga? No, well, how do you get rid of the incel? So wait a minute, right? So if a chick come to you, right, she look quite young, and try to holler at you and stuff like that, right? Because you might have the means and stuff like that. You might have a car when her friends don't have cars yet and all that shit. So you're not gonna tell her no, my nigga. And that's not up to you to be like, nah, I'm good. You know that I don't do that R. Kelly shit. Or are you gonna be like, well, she offered me some ass. I have no choice but to say yes. Because that should be her priority to say no to me. And we wonder why you have like so many of these guys that end up in somebody's like hot water, because we think too much with our penis. We do, you know. It's like, I mean, I get it, right? It's like some of you guys, y'all just starting to get laid, or y'all in the position right now so to get laid. So then, therefore, you feel like, um, pussy's gonna, run out of style sooner or later. So you might as well, like, get as much as you get. Like, it's like toilet paper, right? During the pandemic, people think that ain't gonna be no more toilet paper, so they have to rush to the grocery store and it's like, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. And it's like, I see these guys try to do the same thing when it comes to coochie. You know, it's like, oh, I don't know when I'm gonna get laid again. She said yes. Oh yes, thank God. And I don't know. It's desperate. It's very desperate. To believe that you can't say no to, or you don't have the power to say no to women. It's or girls, because some of them are just quite young, and that's why some guys get into trouble, man. You have this battle rapper called what's his name, Battle Truth and stuff like that. Allegedly, he got his daughter pregnant, whether biological or not, and it's some sick shit, man. And then his other baby mamas, because he got like plenty of kids, right? He has this other baby mama that when he first got her pregnant, she was like 15, and he was like on his 20s, 22, 23 and stuff. It's a mess, man. It's a mess. I'm not saying this to like be discouraged, right? Or, I mean, you might have people in the comment section talking about like, well, white people do it too. It's always the go-to shit, right? Somebody else do it too and all that stuff, right? Hey, maybe some Haitians do it too, you know? But like, wrong is wrong, regardless where it's coming from. And when I talk about having a certain moral standard, having like, having value in yourself. And people tend to think that value means that has to do with financial position. There are plenty of people with a lot of money has no value whatsoever because they think money can solve everything. They idolize money, they worship money. To them, money is what makes someone valuable, right? That's why they will actually, they give in on their health. They give in on a lot of stuff just to chase that money. And then when they chase that money and they just like, they're not connected to anything, that's why they spend that money in buying things that's just worthless, really. It's like, look at my car, look at my jewels, look at my watch, look at my this, look at my that. And none of that really, I mean, yeah, of course, the only people that these materialism will impress are other people that also don't have any value. So it's like, if you need like a nice car to attract women, then the only women you're gonna be attracting are women who actually fall for guys with nice cars, right? Gold diggers type, the one that you tend to criticize and stuff. And yet you can't say no to them. Do you want to say no to them? No. Because that's why we're just doing a whole bunch of stuff just to get their attention. you know. But yeah, so that's what was going on in my mind right now. That's what I was thinking about. And today's fun, man. I had an awesome time with my mom, man. It's like sometimes me and her we don't get along, you know. But she's 7 years old now, you know. And it's fun when you get the chance to like spend time with your mom and you know just joke around and do a whole bunch of stuff. So that's awesome. Had to like went back see some of my baby pictures. Had a picture of me. I was like butt naked and like God damn, I was packing when I was a kid. What happened? Yes, you guys get that clips, you know, slice it up and just run it. See, I'm giving you guys jokes, so yeah, I can use that. Oh man, so yeah, man, my mom's awesome. She's awesome. She's awesome. So we talk about Haiti a little bit. She was telling me about there's this village, right? It's like not too far off the capital, but it's like away from away from the city enough where people do farming and stuff like that. And then these group of gangs, they actually get into that village, and they actually like I think massacre like yeah they kill like a whole bunch of people. Not well 6 7 people and stuff like that, right? That's usually the 6 7 people. They burn some of these farms and all that stuff, and they kill some of the animals, you know. So then therefore now what, the people can't even feed themselves. That's the type of shit that been going on in Haiti, and it's like, well, people just get discouraged, you know. It's like even if you try to do it the right way, there's like, I mean, there's hope though, because I was doing the news yesterday and find out that there was these gangsters and stuff like that, right? They left the capital. They went to like in the countryside, in the rural area, thinking that they're gonna like start some shit. Yeah, about 4 of them. They didn't come out alive. I just put it that way. You know, they just stoned them to death. Stoned them to death. Of course, they burned them, all that stuff. So yeah, it's Haiti's a rough place, man. Haiti's a really rough place. Growing up, it's still certain things that you think about. And then when you come here, when you listen to what some of these guys here prioritize, and you're just like that's why I'm so happy, because like having this type of conversation, a lot of these guys can never actually comprehend. So their mindset is like, it's too small, right? They can't see that perspective where they can't see that perspective where a dude come here, right, or somebody come here and everything like that, right? And then they just listen to guys. Their biggest problem is women, you know, weave, sandals, getting laid on that. And it's like, and you look at it as a foreigner, right? And you look at it and be like, wow, right? It's unbelievable, because how privileged are you that the biggest problems in the world for you is coochie? you know I was having the same conversation last night. Hold on a second, let me see, how do I see, oh, there you go, live chat. Hold on a second. I was just having the same conversation last night, and it completely made me realize that Black American. Oh wait, how come I couldn't see the whole thing? Live chat. For some weird reason, it's not showing everything. So what up, Bell fam? Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing though. Is like, listen, us immigrants stuff like that, right? We're not trying to look down on African Americans or Americans and stuff like that, right? I mean, some probably do, but I guess sometimes any type of criticism for those who actually don't like to be criticized, any type of criticism that is being looked upon as bashing or smack talking, whatever the case may be. Regardless how well you actually present your argument, there are those who actually see any type of criticism as a threat to their way of life and whatnot. And nobody's asking you to change, right? Nobody's asking you to change because whether or not pussy's still your biggest problem in the world, it's not gonna affect me. You know, I'm all right. I can only speak on it, but at the end of the day, it's like you could buy as many prostitutes you want or whatever you want to do and stuff like that. It's not gonna do anything for me. Just like if, and that's when I'm looking at them like, as a complete stranger, my words shouldn't matter to you that much, you know. And if it does, is it because of what I'm saying, or is it because of that subconscious voice in your head that you refuse to listen to is actually coming out of the speakers right now? So you can't look away, you can't turn off the stuff because you're still listening to what I'm saying. Whether you hate it or not, you're still you're still gravitating toward what I'm saying, and actually you still, whether you have to press the dislike button or whatever the case may be. I'm the father that a lot of you guys didn't have growing up. That's it. I'm the father that a lot of you guys didn't have growing up. You know, the type of guy that will actually tell you the truth about yourself. And not from a malicious sort of way, not from a, no, it just, I would give you my perspective. And then whether or not you take my my word of wisdom or non-wisdom, or however you want to see it, it's all up to you. You know, because when I talk about some of these things, is because I see the pattern, right? I see the pattern on how Haiti, the way Haiti got worse and worse and worse and worse, right? I was still a kid when I left Haiti, but every time I talk to people, they're telling me the condition of Haiti right now, and it's like, shit. Like I was talking to my boy, the guy that I did the interview with, and then he was saying that because his brother was a police officer, right? And he's like, you try to do something in Haiti, you open up a small business, whatever the case may be, and people just gonna try to destroy you. Whether it's the gangsters in the neighborhood, or it's the bourgeoisie class, or it's a mess, man. It's a mess. And you know, so and I get that perspective, and now when I'm looking at how we're slowly turning into this, where we can't even disagree with someone in peace anymore without motherfuckers try to offer violence onto you. You know? And it's like, and this is how you know the elephant's full of shit, right? Because like, someone that has a business, running trucks and all that stuff, right? Like, are you really gonna have to go out of your way try to fight somebody? I'm a business owner, but I'm gonna make time for you so I can whoop your ass. No, sir, I'm good. I'm afraid for my life. I don't want to go into any conflict with you where you might end up chewing on my arm or my leg. I need both of my legs, because, always hungry and shit. Try to turn my shit into a chicken bones. Oh man, You see, that's the level of immaturity that when you come across these folks, right? You're supposed to be grown ass men, right? Can't handle a disagreement. And not only can't handle a disagreement, can't walk away from someone they disagree with. And this is why it's so difficult for people, like serious people, to take you serious. That's why it's so difficult, you know? And I get it. I get it. I speak on something that's very important to y'all. Coochie is very important to y'all. Right? And I speak on that. I speak on, actions and consequences. Where many people don't like what comes with the consequences. Because then they can play ignorant. So when the thing that you said might happen, when it happens, then now they turn you into the bad guy, not the message, right? And my message is simple. There's a lot of crazy girls out there. Just be aware of who you sleep with. Don't just be a community dick, right? Because you don't have to worry about just pregnancy, false allegations, and diseases and all that stuff, right? You might catch something you can't get rid of. All that crap. But to think that, having a certain level of standard where you just get to know somebody before you just stick your dick in there, thinking that all of a sudden I'm bashing, right? But these are the same guys that will be coming here online and talking about, baby mama drama, or how these girls take them for, and the funny thing about it though, right? Mistakes happen. Everybody make mistakes, right? And learning from your mistakes, I think that is the best way forward. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example, right? So I did during I was doing a live stream, and there was like this other YouTuber. She actually, asked to come in and everything like that, right? She was very passionate about what she was saying, right? To the point where she kept cutting me off. Like, she would just have her rant on sentences and all that stuff. But, of course, we disagree and all that stuff. But she just kept cutting me off and everything. And, push back, but I didn't push back as much as I should. Because after listening to it, and I'm like, wait a minute, I let her finish her sentence. But with me, I was way too understanding. So therefore, I'm not going to be like, yeah, F this lady, man, she was just being disrespectful, blah, blah. No. Because I was the one that allowed her to talk over me like that. So then it's my fault. I'm going to take responsibility for that. And then I learned from that experience. So then what happened next time? I was in another live stream. And I was, having this conversation, me and this other lady, we were disagreeing and all that stuff, right? She finished her sentence, and then when it's time for me to speak, and then she tried to cut me off. So I was more, put my foot down. Like, no, you're going to let me finish. I'll let you finish, you're going to let me finish. And every time she tried to talk, I'm like, no, miss, you're going to let me finish, right? So, and that's the thing. And that's the thing with a lot of experience. Like, when something happened to you, you kind of learn what happened. Like, there's, and I didn't have to be an asshole. I was just firm, like an unremovable object. And that's the same thing, like, you learn over and over again. Like, with different experience, you accumulate with different, things that you felt like didn't go right in your life. You just accumulate that experience, and then you do better. When the chicks use me for a ride, I know that. And then afterward, I calculated. I'm like, all right, cool. Next time, I'm going to do this. The next time when that happened, oh, can you bring me? Well, you got gas money? What do you mean? Just be like, hey, listen, I asked gas or grass. Somebody ride for free. Right? And then, you learn that. And the funny thing is, like, the more I learn how to be bolder, the more people just tend to, like, reciprocate from that energy. And I didn't have to be an asshole. And a lot of time, like, people tend to take my kindness for weakness. A lot of time, people tend to take my kindness for weakness until I pull a rug under them. They don't get it. That's why people keep underestimating me over and over and over again, which I love it. I don't mind being underestimated, right? I love when people actually think all the thing that they think about me and they're wrong, especially when they're negative, right? So yeah, that's why I be smiling, and then when a troll overstayed their welcome, I just be like, you know what? Yeah, I've been letting you run amok here, so I'm gonna take you out for now. Come back in a few months and stuff like that with a different account. And they come back, you just keep blocking people that disagree with you. You're supposed to stay here and allow me to talk to you because I want your attention. Oh my god. It's hilarious. It's funny as hell, man. But yeah. So I got a lot of things coming up this week. Yep, I'm going to Boston. Go see my godfather. That would be awesome. Me and my mom were going over there. So it's gonna be fun, man. And after that, I'll be doing a little bit of traveling. I'm gonna take like a month off. Actually, I think I'm gonna take like 2 months off and stuff. Yeah. That's the beauty about being homeless, right? You don't have no mortgage to pay. All these bills, you could actually take some time off. You know, a month off, 2 months off, 6 months off if I want to. You know, and come back. You're good. Like one of the conversation I was having, right? And then I was in the panel, and I actually ended up defending the Manosphere because some of the ladies that was talking, they were saying like, the Manosphere is all toxic. These guys, they just like, they create that space where, and then where it's like they can't even talk to the other side, blah blah blah. And I was like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having like a male space, right? Nothing wrong with that. And I think the whole toxicity thing, it's up to guys as individuals to push back the same way that the women need to do the same thing. Push back against the toxicity in the woman's space. And you have plenty of women that's doing it now. You have this lady called the Crimson Cure. You have this other lady called not the pink pill shit. No. It's I forgot the name of it. I've seen a couple of them. I mean, shit. Even Jessica X. I mean, I think she's all right. I don't really follow her enough to know, because I think I made a statement about her before. I said that she kind of reminded me of the women version of Derek Jackson and stuff, right? But I think I was probably wrong about her, because I have seen a couple of other of her shows and stuff like that, and then her perspective is more balanced than I thought, right? So because of that, I would say that I was wrong about describing her like that, as the Derek Jackson of the female version of Derek Jackson. So I was wrong in that. There might still be other things I might be right about, but at least in that I was wrong. So I think her content is quite interesting. So you guys check her out, Jessica X. Who else? There's a lot of other females. I can't think them off the top of my head right now, but they are pushing back wholeheartedly with this whole female feminism, social justice warrior agenda and all that stuff. Right? Of course, they being called pick-me's and so on and so forth. So women like this, yeah, they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're pushing back towards the toxicity of the female aspect. And now in the male space, you have a lot of pushback as well, which I think since the whole debacle with Fresh and Fit, the way they got their ass handed to them, because it was just like a pure contrast of little boys confronting men, right? And when that happens, so of course, like checking them out and doing, because I subscribe for, I subscribe to, I never subscribed to Fresh and Fit, right? I mean, I know of them when they actually showed up at 10 IRL podcasts. They were in there. So that's when I first came across them and everything like that, right? And then I check out their channel and I'm like, another like just glorified version of a lot of theory, but putting some of these things into practice. Like, imagine going on a date, right? The first thing you just want to start talking to this chick about, like, statistics. It's like the girl will be like, well, so, I guess I don't know what I want to eat. What do you think I should eat? And then, he'll probably pull up his statistic, be like, well, according to the study and stuff like that, right? 50% of women cannot make up their mind because, matriarchy. It's like, motherfuckers just want to argue. They don't see, like, and I get it, right? I get it. A lot of these dudes were nerds, right? So statistic really help in their favor. They don't know how to actually smooth their way into the conversation to actually get your point across without actually trying to be an asshole, right? And all of that comes with practice, because, like, put it this way, right? And I get it. A lot of these dudes, they were like straight arrows, went to school, they did what we're supposed to be doing, which I'm not knocking them for that, right? So then now they finally, and they go to these dating coaches and stuff like that, right, to let them know that, hey, you need money in order to attract the honey. And then once you be able to attract the honey, now you're going to actually do all the things that you wanted to do to them, or they were doing to you when you didn't have anything. So that's how you get your revenge. So you're on that revenge streak right now. Be like, yeah, F these bitches. But you still not smooth yet, because, like, you so combative to these broads, and it's like, and when you're not pulling statistic out of your ass, you don't know how to have a conversation that would actually stimulate her mind to actually just want to drop them pennies for you willingly, you know. And it's like, and that's why, like, regardless how many time you paying for these hookers, you feel like that something's missing. And that something's missing is your ability to actually have a pure conversation. I'm talking about like a real conversation, where it's like, where this person is from, her, a little bit of her background and stuff like that, right? She was able to teach you like a couple of words in her language and stuff like that. And it's like, we don't know how to listen to each other, because we never thought that. So once you learn how to listen, then you know what type of question to ask next. But if all you care about is a body count, then of course there's always a way to cheat to achieve that high body count rate. Quote unquote, pay for the coochie. Either use your position as leverage, or you just straight up cash. I'm going to a place where the dollar is just like, it is what it is. But and you could, like, if it's working for you, then hey, great. If you're happy, you don't feel any type of bitterness. But that's not the case. A lot of time that's not the case. You know how I know? Because they put so much stocks on what I'm saying. Like, I got friends that pay for coochie. And sometimes we even joke about it, right? But you know what's funny? My friends don't give a damn about what I think about that shit. Nor should he. He shouldn't give a damn about what I say. But the way I see you motherfuckers so hurt, it's like, stalking me, stalking my girl, asking to put hands on me, or talk a lot of shit, tell him to pull up, nigga. Like, bro. Making like trolls account, it's, and that's when it shows, like, these guys, they don't believe in themselves, because they are so bothered by what someone else have to say, a complete stranger on the internet have to say, and to me, I'm looking at them like, I'm on my purpose. I'm doing like certain things. I want to do this project, that project, right? Whatever the case I'm doing. And then like there's this little bit of asshole in me that just creep up and be like, should I do it? Nah. Let me just ignore these dudes. Nah. And then in like the back of my mind, like, come on, Art, you want to, you want to be that asshole. And I'm like, oh, all right, fine. Let me just be like, you burst their bubble, and it's just like, you see them just like scattered. And then now they become real active, like, oh yes, he paid attention to us. Yes. Now let's show him. Come on, fellas. You get the whole boy band they just got together. Follow me to Nick Channer's channel. Like, no matter where you go, I'm gonna find your ass. And then I would just ignore them again. And then there was like, things would be like, oh, he's not doing this. They would be like, 10 videos and all that shit. Listen, I am actually honored. I really am, though. I'm honored that my word affects you that much. I'm actually honored to see like, the word of a complete stranger is able to actually piss you off that much. And it's like, interesting. And that just like, it kind of shows me when I'm doing something right. When you actually get these type of opposition, there's like offering to be violent towards you. It's like, cool. So yeah, but anyways, I said I gotta get back to the house. Well, I mean, I gotta get back to the homeless shelter. And then yeah, guys, I'm out of here. So thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. And then not sure if I'll be able to post anything tomorrow because, like I said, I'm still gonna have a busy time. And yeah. All right, guys. Peace. Share, like, or dislike. You like it, hit the like button. You hate it, hit the dislike button. I want to see you guys compete and who actually and how many dislike I get versus how many likes. You guys do your thing. I love it either way. All right, I'm out of here. Oh shit. And then how do I get off the live? Get off the live. All right, you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes, I want to stop streaming.